What's good, Mo? Shout outs to all my Mosifs and all my Mosifines out there. Now, look, young, I normally don't do this, but this is just too hilarious. On Cam Brown's podcast, Talk with Flea, Sin City, who's currently on my screen, invited Cam's ex-girl. I don't know if it was his ex-girl, his ex-fling, his ex-work, whoever shawty is, but they invited her on the show, and they have a very interesting dynamic. They used to date. They haven't talked in a long time. It's still some love between them, but it's also, it gets kind of crazy though. So we gonna listen to this. We gonna laugh. I'm gonna pause from time to time to give my input on what I'm hearing. But this is hilarious, Slim. Let's get into it.
Yo, Cali, I want to ask you something. What was the argument about? You was bartending. We came to a club. You was kind of upset with him that night. Do you remember that night? What was that about? Because I saw that you was upset. Normally, you do get a little hyper sometimes. I'm gonna say hyper, but that night you was like, I saw you in a different mood. You was kind of like upset. What was wrong with you that night?
I mean, that night, it's a club etiquette. Like when people come in a club, you bartending, people who fuck with you, people who cool with you, they come in, they support, and out of respect, they come to your bar. Like. Cam, no, I don't deal with a lot of people, so out of respect, I couldn't understand why he wouldn't want to sit at my bar if he's my people's.
Representation, you got anything to add to that? When you go on.
Is there I have a question. When you're bartending, is there an obligation for a person where they want to spend their money and who they need to sit down with?
No, they could go spend their money and sit down wherever they at.
Okay,
but
so,
I mean, if you don't fuck with me like that, you can sit wherever the fuck you want.
Wait, you sound a little hostile. Let's turn it down. I'm just asking.
No, I'm just keeping it 100.
Okay, but
So already we can see where she's the problem at. That mouth and that attitude is something serious, something crazy. All right, and if she was Cam's ex and he still wanted to deal with all that mouth and that attitude, she must be sitting on some fire ass cat. Let's continue.
Asking
because I'm not on no weird shit. Because it's like it doesn't make any sense that people call themselves my friend, and I don't use that term lightly, loosely. Maybe some people do. I'm not a weirdo, fraud, fake weirdo nigga, so I don't know.
Okay.
Like I stand 10 toes down. I keep it 100. Like I'm a very solid individual.
Right.
So if you are treating me other than a way that I wouldn't treat you, then I'm gonna question you.
Okay. So him sitting at somebody else's bar means he doesn't fuck with you?
He didn't sit at nobody's bar.
Oh.
He went in the section.
Oh, so you was upset about the section?
I wasn't upset about shit, but motherfuckers should have made it known that, yo, they're my peoples. I want to be next to my peoples. You don't come outside for me. You don't pull up for me. You don't support me in any way in that dynamic. So it's like,
Okay. Next question, Sin.
And then when I hear shit over, just hear shit about where you do go sit and how you spend your money. And when you do go support motherfuckers, it make me really reassess you.
Here we go.
Like who you really fuck with, my nigga.
There we go.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Don't mean to intervene on my representation because I don't know what night this is talking about. Was I booked at this club or I just happened to go?
You was booked.
Oh.
Plot thickens.
Never mind.
It doesn't matter.
Sin, next question. Sin, next question.
I got you.
I've been in similar situations like this where I'm at a venue, I'm at a spot, and you ain't do this, you ain't come holler at me, ain't do. Well, I was there kind of like on business, and I ain't really have a chance to like really make my rounds, or I might have only been there for a hot second. I might have not even known that you was in the building. It might have been a possibility that you was there, but if I didn't make my way to you, or even for that matter, I didn't go sit in your section because I was there on business. I was working. You understand what I'm saying? It happens sometimes, and it sounds like that coming from somebody who might not be in the limelight. But for people that are in the limelight and you're busy and you're booked and busy and you got obligations to fulfill because there's a monetary value attached to it, you're not always going to be able to fulfill certain social obligations. And again, I don't even think that's really an obligation. I don't know what level they was on at this point. She really sounds like she felt some type of way about it, but at the same time, that attitude is something serious. Let's continue, young.
Yeah,
I don't care.
do you?
You can sit wherever the fuck you want to sit.
I was booked. I was booked. I wasn't there to see you. I was actually
You can
booked.
sit wherever you want to sit.
Got it.
Send next question.
Yeah, is there still an
Me?
attraction there, Cali? Yeah.
Yes, no. 1, 2. Red, go.
I mean, it was. It was an attraction.
Was is past tense. He's talking about
No, I said still.
present. Yes, present.
Not for at least a year.
A year. Oh, okay.
Cam face is crazy because, she got to be lying. He's like, not for a year. Wasn't you just? And even that smirk on her face is like, yeah, you full of it. You full of it, shawty.
All right. What was the What was you upset about when you was like? I remember you was gonna buy a house on the West Coast or something, and you wanted to. He got like 9 bedrooms, some shit like that, and I think you was like, "Yo, let me get one of them bedrooms or whatever." Like, what was the dispute with that? What happened with that? You got mad about that too. So what was, you was in negotiations or something with a house? Why you got mad at him?
Oh, because at the time I was moving across country, and I asked if I could come there for 2 weeks until I get settled, and he was, I don't know, I felt like he was dancing around it.
Notice she said, I feel like she didn't really have an explanation or any like actual, well, A, B, C, D happened. It's just, and he, dun, 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 dun. I just feel like he was dancing around it. Hell yeah, shit, I'd be dancing around it too.
Representation, you think that was okay?
I'll ask my client right now.
Should I respond to this? Is it okay I'll respond to this?
Yes, you may.
Okay, thank you. What happened was this. Callie's counting bedrooms in my house. And I have a lot of bedrooms in my house. And she was coming to the West Coast. And she said, she might have said 2 weeks, I don't know, but I knew it wouldn't have been 2 weeks because, which we won't get into. I know it would take longer than 2 weeks. But she has family on the West Coast. Her mother lives on the West Coast. Her father lives on the West Coast. Her sister lives on the West Coast. I said that you could go to all these different people's houses. I don't know if I necessarily want to live with you, especially being that we wasn't intimate for years. I am sexually attracted to her, but I know that sex for me and her isn't really good. Not saying sex isn't good. It leads to other problems outside of our friendship. So I'm saying, look, I don't think that'd be good. Callie likes to do crazy shit. Walk around my house in panties and don't give me no pussy. Act like she got wet.
You is a liar.
I actually have pictures, which we're not going to share, of course, where we're watching television and she's laying ass to me, panties and ass on my lap. So basically in the 69 position, and she wants to watch TV like this.
Trying to gaslight you.
Yes.
I just have one question.
Yes, it's my turn. It's my turn.
How long ago was this?
It's my turn. It's not. I'm just telling you.
Send her older in your court, please.
Right, exactly. If you want to be technical about this situation, what happened is this. I offered to eat Cali when she came. Right, she said no.
Okay.
2 days later, she thought about it, said, yo, could you eat my I said no. I said no.
Right.
I offered to eat you didn't want it. She asked another day, so you're not going to eat my No, I'm not. I offered it. I'm not going to eat it. I offered twice.
Playing games.
She asked twice.
Right.
This is the stubbornness I can't have in my house.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. I can't stand games that women play like this. We've all been there. It's a woman that then already gave up the ass. Now she trying to weaponize her vajayjay and act like she not gonna give you no ass. But meanwhile, she wanna lay up in your crib, walk around with panties on, and act like she not giving up no ass. Like, nah, you got to leave, Miss Bitch, because I need to invite a hoe that's down.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of games being played.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm thinking even though she's stubborn, I'm thinking once I eat it, I know what I'm gonna try and do.
Right.
So I tried to offer with an appetizer. This is the games we play with each other. No, I don't need that in my house.
Right.
I'm not doing it. Right. So I said I declined. I said you can move with your mother, you can move with your father, you can move with your sister. I'm not sleeping on nobody's couch.
Conversation we
I'm
had.
not sleeping on nobody's couch. What I look like sleeping on the couch?
I was not sleeping on nobody's couch.
So she started making the demands.
The point being is it wasn't like she was stranded. If she was stranded, I had nowhere to go. Of course, cool. You have several places to go, but you want to demand how you living on somebody else's
I have my own
dime.
room.
No, you didn't have your own room. He had his own house. You wanted to be in one of those rooms. Listen, this type of woman, and there's several like this that I've dealt with, but there's one in particular who was so entitled that she thought I was just supposed to let her stay in my house while I wasn't there, just because I wasn't there, and she felt like it was available. And it's like, nah, you can't just stay in my house. First of all, you need somewhere to move. You're not stranded. You just don't want to go where your folks is moving. And you don't want to be in that situation, which she still ended up going anyway. But at least if you was a little more stable and you had something going on with yourself, then I could have been like, yeah, all right, because I know you stable. But nah, she done had niggas up in my shit. And this ain't even like a jump that I'm like, what is the word? Dating exclusively. I was about to say platonic, but y'all understand what I'm saying. And I think it's a similar situation with them. Like, they really friends, but they just have like you know what I'm saying, that attraction or whatever, and even then engaged with one another sexually beyond just a friendship, but they still are friends. And so that sometimes it's a slippery slope. But yeah, I can't stand women that have that sort of entitlement, and then they want to make demands about where they not gonna go and who they not gonna stay with. Like, shawty, you for the streets. You could stay in the sewer for all I give a damn. Go call Master Splinter if you need somewhere to stay. Go sleep on a half shell underneath a hero.
I have my own room.
There it is, son.
Yep.
What was the debate between you and Cam over your wedding venue? What was that debate? I remember you saying some friend know about it, and something with 25,000 or something. Like, what happened?
At the time, I had just got my venue. My landlord from hell put me in a real bind, and I said,
I'm in a bind, Nate.
And I need to do renovations on this space. This person left me with a shell. I said, I need help renovating so I can start generating money because I'm stagnant. And he said, okay, show me the paper for your liquor license. And once I see the paper, I'll have my attorney just draw up the paperwork, and I'll give you the money and we'll sign. I talked to my friend today. She said, yeah, he agreed to give you the money on a gargantuous offer. Like, she basically felt like he wanted my blood for $25,000. We agreed, and he still never followed up. But he was only taking proceeds from the bar. At the same time, he never drew it up, and he act like, it was whatever. And even when it came down to me signing my lease, he also made a bet that he did not stand on.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention to how vague she's telling these stories and how you can tell she's skipping over details. She's trying to remember stuff, probably trying to make up stuff as she goes along. I'm not believing, I'll say 50% of what she's saying. I believe that she's telling bits and pieces of it to make it sound a certain way. But either she's omitting certain information or she's just that so far gone and she doesn't even remember the specifics of what's actually going on, which is the case with a lot of women, because they don't pay attention to the logistics of a lot of things, especially when it comes to like business and things of that nature. They just know how they feel and what their dreams and aspirations are. And he didn't help me achieve it and I deserve it because I'm a woman. So she's not even looking at it from a practical frame of mind, which Cameron is about to explain right now as soon as I stop talking.
And we can ask British that.
Oh, okay. Representation.
Yes, I'm here.
Is that a lie? Is that a lie or the truth?
I'm gonna let my client answer.
Okay.
I don't remember detail, but I'll tell you this much. I respect Cali as a hustler. I always tell her that, and I tell people that. She came from Oakland, or pardon me, not Oakland, the Bay Area to New York as a 22-year-old.
It was Oakland.
Okay, Oakland, I'm sorry. From the Bay Area, Oakland to New York at 22 years old and survived. She did better than niggas I know from New York that grew up in New York.
Respect.
And made a way for herself. And to this day, she still lives the way she wants to live, maybe not like she used to because she's in school. So I respect her hustle 100%. She saved up $100,000, over $100,000 to get this venue. She tells me about the venue, asks my opinion. I tell her, I wouldn't invest in that. You saved up the money, don't do it. But I'm saying my friend got one of these and she had LL Cool J come over for her wedding and this, that, and third, and I told her this, that, and the third. This is why you want to get a wedding venue, because you knew somebody with a wedding venue.
And that goes back to what a lot of women will do. They see somebody else do it, so they want to do it. Not because it's actually a sound investment, but because they trying to mimic what they seeing work for somebody else without actually doing the footwork to figure out if this is actually going to be a smart investment or not. Group think, because a lot of them can't think for their damn self. But respect to everything that he said about her being a hustler and all that. I'm not taking nothing away from that. I'm just outlining the behaviors that's being displayed in these stories that a lot of other women also display.
And you thought that you could duplicate what she was doing. Come to find out, you told me that she wasn't doing what she really was doing. I told her that I don't think this is a smart investment, and I would not do it. I understand going against what people say, because I ask people for their opinion, and sometimes they'll say, "Yo, I don't think this is going to work. It is going to work." Either or, but you get the advice. So it's people that told me this isn't going to work, and it's worked. There's people that told me this stuff I should do is going to work, and I didn't invest. It's just a gamble you do when you do business. Right or wrong, Larry, who's a good,
100%.
who's a business.
I don't feel
100%.
like
It's my goal. It's my goal. It's my goal. It's my goal. Larry's a businessman, so he understands about investment. I tell her, don't invest this $100,000. She invests $100,000. It doesn't do well. The landlord didn't have a ceiling in there. She was ceilingless. Not saying it was a sunroof or anything like that, but like she said, it was a shell. It was a lot of work. She didn't have an oven. She needed a lot of stuff. So the part she's talking about now is that when she comes back to me and needs help to get all these things done for her spot, she may be correct on that. I may have wanted blood because I told you don't do this in the first place.
Right.
I may have been like,
yeah,
it's my goal. I don't understand why I can't get my goal. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I haven't talked this whole show. I've been like, right, so I can't get my goal. So when she comes back to me and says, yo, Kim, I need 25, I need a stove. I need a ceiling. I need this, I need that. And I'm like, she's right. Now I'm a businessman. This is not personal. When she turns it personal, it's not personal. I told you I wouldn't make this investment. Now, when she needs something, she's right. I don't remember what the terms were, but they weren't reasonable. I'm not gonna lie, they weren't reasonable. She could be correct. I don't remember, but this is the cost of doing business. You shouldn't have invested in that. To me, my personal opinion, but I can't tell you how to live your dream. But if you're coming to if you
I didn't know I was gonna get finessed neither.
Nothing's personal. It's business. And sometimes the best experience is going through it because you're not going to understand how business works. It's not personal. Okay, Cali, you have a...
And what does the whole finessing have to do with anything? If you saw a venue that didn't have nothing in it, why would you invest in that without already having enough capital to know, okay, I need to get this fixed up? Like, at least have an itemized list of what all is wrong with this and how much is this actually going to cost me altogether before I get this up off the ground. Then that way, when you go to Cameron or anybody of that nature, because I'm pretty sure she had other people that she went to, and you was given or asking for advice about whether or not to actually invest in it, and then you went ahead and went against his advice to not invest in it, you still put money into it, and then turned around and you needed extra help. Like, you had to have a contingency plan or at least enough headroom, especially with something that you basically bought a lemon. That's basically what it sounds like. Like, you got a lemon, but it looked like it was a lemon or maybe you didn't know that it was a lemon. So why would you invest in it not knowing it? Either you already knew that it was a lemon and you still invested in it without enough capital to get it fixed up, or you got it without actually looking at it and figuring out what was going on with it. Either way, that was your mess up.
Question.
I think you underestimate me. I'm dead.
Didn't I just give her props? Didn't I just say I think that you're one of the best hustlers
It's my
ever?
turn.
Yeah,
It's my turn.
yeah, my bad. You right.
Like, if you think that opening my own business that I had for 3 years didn't teach me shit, you wouldn't know me at all. Like, the way I run numbers through my mind, the way I see shit, like, it don't make no sense for me not to be fucking rich.
He just made that face because she just saying a bunch of surface level stuff to make herself look better and make herself feel better. Like, it all doesn't amount to nothing. And again, he gave her props on her being able. Now, he did say that she saved up 100 bands to like do to make the moves that she wanted to make. So again, salutes to her. But the props that he gave her and the results of the stories that I'm hearing, something isn't the math isn't 100% math, in which I think they're about to get into a part of the conversation that actually went viral when they talk about her being in school. Let's continue.
At the end of the day, that's how I felt about you all my life, though. I felt like you overlooked every bit of potential about me. I don't even feel like most of the time you was looking at me, you was looking past me.
Oh.
And that pissed me off.
This is still not business, what you're talking about.
The world's smallest violin.
It was
right.
Business shit, then it got personal, then it was business again. Like,
well, I'm not going to go all over the place. I'm going to stay on this particular topic, and if you want to go to another topic afterwards, it's fine. I'm going to stay on the wedding topic. It seems like you want to go somewhere else, but I'm going to stay on this topic for a second.
Yo.
Could you mute her, please? Thank you. What happened is this, like I was saying, Larry and PT, business is business. If I tell you don't invest in it, which is not personal, I just gave her mad props. I think she's one of the best female hustlers I ever seen. Gave her mad props before this happened, before she starts getting into, I look past her. I give her props. I'm just saying it wasn't a smart business investment. When you come back to me to get a loan to fix it up, and I said this wasn't going to be a good investment, and then I sit there and say, I want blood and plasma and everything else.
Because you come to me as a friend doesn't mean that I need to be obligated to just throw my money away. At the end of the day, it's business. That's what he's trying to tell you. Is that it was more of a business, and he told you it was a high risk business from the beginning, and you didn't listen.
It was a high risk business.
It was very high risk.
On my own for 3 years, and I ended up installing my own fucking ceiling, doing my own floors, building my own bar.
Okay.
And how much money did you make in those 3 years?
I can't even tell you, because I had to take all the money. I had to survive. On top of that,
that's another reason why the loan should have been high, because you can't even tell them how much you made. When I go to somebody and someone,
how was I supposed to make anything with a fucking shell?
This is my point to you, Cali, is that when you go into business,
my whole point was, had the space been in the proper condition, it would have operated and generated money. I was in a fucking prime location. I was in Long Island fucking City, one of the most prominent neighborhoods in New York City. I didn't put my shit in the fucking hood. I had an entire view of fucking Manhattan.
So who cares? You didn't have a stove in it. You didn't have a ceiling. You spent all the money that you could trying to build the place up. And at the end of it, it didn't make you any money back. And I don't hear no type of accountability of, you know what? You was right. I should have listened to you from the jump. Damn. You was right, because I spent all my money and I didn't make nothing back from it in the 3 years that I had it. That's what a smart business person would say. No, all I hear is attitude and entitlement because somebody didn't give you something. Regardless of y'all's personal relationship or not, it's still a business thing. And that's what Larry keeps trying to explain to her. But like a lot of women do, she just overtalks him, interrupts him, and talks loud. And they think that they're winning an argument that they're having in their head, an imaginary debate that they're having in their head. This is not even an argument. It's not even really a debate. It should be a learning lesson. I mean, it's a learning lesson for the people that's watching it and understanding just the core concepts of running a business.
You know how many people love my space and said it's just not done?
Was it a shell when you bought it? Was it a shell when you bought it?
Yeah, but
okay, then Cali,
force people who was supposed to do the work in the lease not to do the work. This is not a conversation I'm even supposed to be having right now.
So what happened to the
right,
what I'm just saying is when we talk about business, because listen, with all due respect, Cali.
At the same time, I got a different type of upset right now.
Cali, with all due respect.
My upset is not over it don't even got shit to do with the $25,000 right now.
Cali, what is the issue? Cali, with all due respect.
That shit, no. That shit is where it's at. At the end of the day, to sit amongst a nigga that knew me since, like, what?
Cali, you're operating from a space. You're operating from a space of personal instead of business.
Because it's my turn.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna fucking
No,
say
Larry,
what I
put your
say.
foot down.
Okay.
And now what I'm about to say is the fact that somebody could know me all my life, watch me fucking pour blood, sweat, and tears into everything I motherfucking did, and never assisted, helped, wanted to nothing.
She's a brat.
Me angry.
She's a brat.
And
You're a
it
brat.
took for men, other men, that cared about me, that wanted to invest in me, that believed in me. It's deeper than that. It is so much deeper than that. So at the end of the day, I wasn't gonna keep turning to a motherfucker that always turned me away.
So can I ask you a question? What happened to the situation? The space?
What situation? What space?
What you was trying to do?
I closed it.
Closed it?
I closed it. I'm a full-time fucking nursing student.
Okay.
Cali, I gotta be honest with you. You spitting some real bullshit right now. I gotta be honest with you.
Thank you.
You closed it down over because he didn't give you $25,000. And if you did your due diligence beforehand, when you bought that shell in the beginning, and this man then told you, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I said this, and I'll say it again, Cam.
I could have kept going.
Listen to me. I'm not saying this because Cam is here. Cam is a very smart businessman. He doesn't get enough credit for his business acumen.
He invested.
Listen, if it's a smart investment, it's a smart investment. Do you know how many people come to Cam and ask for investments that he rejects?
No, I was a bad investment. Everything.
No, it's not about that. You're taking it personal.
I was always a bad investment.
Larry,
it's very personal.
the lines were blurred. This is what's going on. The
facts.
The lines are blurred. I
are very
understand that, but
blurred.
Kelly, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that, because if you had your due diligence and you got everything in order, you should. Come on, Kelly. You got to be honest with yourself. You're not being honest with yourself.
Let me.
Yeah, and to go back to what I said earlier about the same young lady that was trying to weaponize her vagina, the same young lady that asked to stay with me. It's kind of a similar situation. She had a business now. She didn't necessarily ask me to invest no $25,000 into it, but she wanted me to help her in a way that I could have helped her. My thing was, what due diligence are you doing to actually make this business into a real thing, to actually make it something that's feasible and profitable and makes sense? Just because you like doing something does not mean that that's going to actually turn into a good business. And now I invest my time, my energy, potentially my money, my savings, my disposable income into something or into someone that, because they feel entitled to getting it, and they got that investment from me, they're not even doing the work that's actually needed to maintain, sustain it, or even flip it. And because the lines are blurred, they just feel like, oh, they're entitled to it. You know what I call those types of women? Prostitutes.
I'm just used to a man in my life, especially one who's intimate with me, automatically wants to step into leadership and provision and want to protect and provide for me. Kim has never given me those vibes.
Yeah. You got a boyfriend right now, Kelly?
No.
Exactly.
Why does that matter? Do you have a girlfriend right now, Kim?
I don't need nobody to protect and provide for me. I'm not looking for that. I'm just trying
You're
to
a
say.
man. I wouldn't expect that.
I'm just trying to say that this is the thing, that you think that because you're dating somebody, like for instance, right? Give you an example.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to protect and provide for me? Is that what you would teach your fucking daughter?
The problem, so I'm not having sex with my daughter.
What are you talking about?
Just make up your mind.
No, it's not about having sex with your daughter. It's about, that's what you would teach your daughter.
Oh, teach your daughter. I'm sorry.
She just having sex with a man that doesn't want to protect and provide for her. Like,
I was kind of lost for a second too.
You want to protect.
You think men and women are equal?
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is this. For me, I rather invest in my female than give my female. And that's the problem.
You never invested in me.
Because you had bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school. I'm trying to explain to you that the investments that you had weren't good.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since fucking 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business to help me get through nursing school.
Which was
because I needed a passive income.
Which was a bad investment. Right. Anyway, like I was trying to explain, because it's a bad investment or somebody gives you an opinion, you reverse it into a nigga don't want to protect, provide, you never looked out for me, yo, you didn't really like you always looked past me, because I don't think what you were doing was going to make money for yourself or for me. That's how you revert it to say, yo, you never wanted to look out for me. You never did this for me. You never believed in me. You always looked past me. Because I give you my real opinion on situations. It was a time where Sin and PT and Cali called me and said, Kim, you know what? You're right, man. I be bugging. You not with the club situation. One day she called, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Accountability.
Yeah, there was accountability. I couldn't believe. She's like, yo, you know, I thought about it. Man. You're right.
I at least want to talk about accountability.
He's like, yo,
I
you're
didn't
right,
think
Cam.
you knew what that word means.
You're right, Cam. You know what I'm saying? I do be, I forget what it was, but she actually apologized, and I really couldn't believe it. And I was happy about that, to be honest with you. But a year later, I still don't believe it. I still don't want to invest in her, this, that, and the third. And I think that's great what you said, PT.
Let me tell you something.
When it comes to blurred lines with personal and business.
Let me tell you something.
The lines is blurred.
Yeah, my opinion.
You know what?
I'm listening.
I don't know. In all honesty, I know the difference between when somebody cares about me and then somebody want to fucking play in my face.
Gotcha.
So what's your feelings today towards each other? This day, what's your feelings? Still friends? Like, okay, Cam. What's your feelings towards her?
Listen, I love Cali as a friend, man. Like I said, she's a beautiful girl. Still very, very pretty. And then, we was talking before the show, making fun. We were talking about age and everything else. She still looks really great. Looks good. Very attractive. Very smart. Very ambitious. Very independent as well. I would love to be her friend, but we're just not in a space of being friends because the last time we talked, I wouldn't let her move in my house. So we stopped speaking.
That has nothing to do with it.
I'm just telling you, last time, for me, that's what it was.
That's not why we stopped speaking.
Why we stopped speaking? Tell me.
Girl, get off the soapbox.
So I guess that's the reason why.
I'm actually,
No, that's not why.
I don't remember. That's the last thing I can remember.
I cannot stand women like this. I swear to God, young.
Remember.
All right. Well, maybe I don't. More of the story is I think that she's very smart, very cool. And I would love to still be friends with Cali. It's just that
We stopped speaking because Cam has, as I get older, right, your relationships, they're supposed to get better, right? You're supposed to have, a different sort of respect for certain people. And Cam disrespected me to the fucking utmost. And it nearly broke me in half.
Now, I already know where she's about to go with this because I did see the clip. We still gonna react to it. But before she gets to that, I just gotta say that when you're dealing with a quarrelsome woman who has a lot of attitude, doesn't listen, doesn't freaking listen. And going back to, I'm gonna just call her my Cali O'Day. That was one thing about her. She would not listen. I would tell her some of the greatest pieces of advice ever, and she would not freaking listen. It is the most frustrating thing to where it gets you to the point where you do just want to cuss a broad out and just say, you know what, you ain't shit and you ain't never gonna be shit. Real talk.
And all that friendship shit made me really reassess who Cam.
What did I do to disrespect you? Just remind me, because I don't remember. You got to remind me.
Was it words? Mm-hmm. All right, so she's saying it's words. Do you want to offer an apology or no?
I want to know exactly what I said before I,
Very
and I will
hurtful
offer, and I will
something.
And I will offer
Something I would never ever.
Oh shit! I do remember what happened. Now that I remember, yeah, it was words. I do remember. You know what happened? Cool, and maybe I was a little harsh. You're right, Cali. Is that this is what happened? Now that I remember, is that Cali moved to New York in probably 2008, 7, 8, something like that, and we was arguing via text or whatever it was. And she sat there and texted me, I wish HUD and Trell was alive, because them was some real niggas, and they wouldn't appreciate the way you've been treating me.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say? Tell me, what'd you say? What'd you say?
I said, I wish HUD and Trell was still alive, because you probably would have treated me better, because they would have made you realize who I was to you.
Right. Whatever that, I'm not saying you're wrong. Whatever that is, that triggered me. For you to tell me about the niggas that I grew up with from the sandbox, I knew HUD since I was 2 years old. I knew Trust I was 11 years old. You gonna tell me how my niggas should tell me how to treat you? It triggered me. I don't even remember what I said, but I felt really offended on the fact that you telling me about how my brother and my other, and Charles, like my brother and Charles like my cousin, what they would tell me about you. And it sent me somewhere else because both of them passed away. And I'm not saying you ain't have a relationship with them, but to have know somebody from since you 3 years old, 5 years old, and you telling me about what they would tell me about you, I remember I kind of went off. I don't even remember what I said. I blacked out. But yeah, I was really, really offended by that. And that's what ended the friendship for me as well. Because I was, that's still a sensitive subject for me as far as my friends. I have a lot of friends who died, but those were really 2 close friends. Absolutely. So yeah, she's right. It was a text, but I forgot I don't even remember what I said, but I was more offended that she was telling me what my niggas would tell me about her, my opinion. So.
Well, Cali, you could kind of understand that, right? That was a little trigger that you said that, right? So you got to kind of expect something back from that, But
did he understand what I was saying?
It didn't come across that way. I see what you was trying to do.
I'm never going to understand that. I don't understand it today. I'm not going to ever understand you telling me about my niggas that you know for 2 years as opposed to me growing up with them for 30-something years. I'm never going to understand that. Yeah. I'm just not. You know them for 2 years. I know them for 30-something years.
It was to remind you that when you met me.
Oh, so it was a reminder.
And our relationship from the beginning of when I came into your life and how long you've known me and how you handle me.
Whatever. I'm not conceding to that. So we still don't be friends behind that, whatever. I'm not going to sit there and let you sit there and tell me about my friends because you don't know my emotions behind my friends who passed away. So if that means we're not friends moving forward, I don't give a fuck because I'm still get emotional about my friends who passed away. And you don't know our relationship. You're from California.
That's your given.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, you don't really know. I still get triggered by it, so be it.
Right, me too.
No,
Me too.
Oh, okay, good. Well, at least we're on the same page with that.
Well, on another, can we end this on? We gonna kumbaya or you upset right now, Cali? You upset? You a little upset with him?
It's just a lot. I mean,
you care about Cam a lot, yo. It's coming through your pores. I know you get mad at shit, but you care about him a lot.
I care about
you. Care about you too. Yeah.
Like I say, I don't mind being friends at all, whatsoever. But like, I'm not gonna lie. Now I feel away again. Shit was cool, but I feel away. To be honest with you, Nick, hang up. Let's sit and them discuss this by themselves. I don't want to talk about my dead friends that don't know my dead friends as well as I know my dead friends.
All right, we're going to end the content there, y'all. This was a lengthy video, but I thought it was entertaining to kind of go over this and just break down the dynamics of it don't matter who you are, how much money you done made. You could be one of the most famous rappers ever, then created a legendary movement. Dealing with some of these women is always going to be the same headache. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section. Appreciate all of y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
If I had a machine that could travel through time, I would go back some years with a Mac and a 9, 2 Uzis with a few grenades in my hand, 8Ks, HKs, more Ks than the Klan. That's fuck racist. A nigga gonna do against me with a musket. I'm talking about them days they would stone you in public. You probably go back in time to meet Jesus Christ. I'd ask Jesus for help to steal Judas Ice. Amen.
You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service, but you're not making enough money off of it because you don't have enough exposure. DM or email me right now to get promoted on my platforms. I have 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 460,000 followers on Instagram. I have the following that you want to get seen in front of. I was able to increase the sales of this Amazon book off of a YouTube sponsorship with just 30,000 views. And I was able to give this artist 15,000 views with the Instagram repost in less than 24 hours. So DM or email me at bookingcranklucas@gmail.com right now to get more exposure and more money for your business.